What is up? It's been a minute. I Man, missed a lot of shit, didn't I? I For those of you asking where I've been, truth is I go on hiatus. I always talk about this every single season. I kind of revert back into being just a fan. I start watching, other people do content, put stuff out there, and like I said, I kind of enjoy being a fan in the off season because there's so much shit that is going on that I like hearing other people's perspectives, like seeing what they say, and it's something else, man. It's like, and the amount of content on YouTube now, it's just wow. 9 times out of 10, if I put out a video, it's already been done like 50 times over by somebody else. So it's like I kind of enjoy just watching other people's content during the off season. However, I do have an opinion. I like to talk and I like to say shit. I'm talking barely, started looking into all these players that people are talking about. And I'm on the late train, the latest you can be. I'm talking like, like if it was a classroom, man, the damn teacher's gonna finish their lecture in about like 5 minutes. Like that's how late I am right now. I am so behind on so much shit when it comes to actually looking up videos on players and looking up stats and looking up achievements of players and what their capabilities are, and just actually doing my research on certain players per position. Like it's crazy, man. It's a lot of shit, and I see why people are on top of their game during the off season. I see the true skill, man. Like people that are able to actually go on every single day and talk about a certain player, talk about certain things. It's amazing, man. It's fucking amazing. Like I honestly, hats off to all you. Hats off to you, because straight up, like it's kind of confusing for me. I don't know where to start. It's like my kids just made a mess in the room, man. And like I don't know where to start. I don't know how to clean this up. Like I'm not I don't know where to actually start on this shit. But I guess if you really look at it, you should probably start from quarterback, right? Quarterback. That's the one position everybody's talking about. We haven't had to worry about that position in fucking 10 years. So makes sense. You'd want to talk about that, right? So let's go and check the chat. Salute Robert Pena, man. Much love, man. Much love. Wasted. Hey, what up, brother? How you doing, man? Fam's doing well, man. Appreciate the check-in, man. Much love. Waste is always showing support, man. That dude, he gives me some advice on Insta and other stuff like that sometimes, man. Much love to Wasted Talent. Robert Pena, much love, man. Jay's Raider, how you doing, man? Good seeing you, man. Anthony Estrada, hey, what up, brother? How you doing, man? Missed you. Yeah, it has been a minute, man. So for those of you that don't know, I am a family man. I tend to just focus on my kids during the off season, focus on my family during the off season, and I'm a little bit more private on that side of things, So like I kind of just focus on that shit, and like I said, I revert back to being a fan. I revert back into like watching other people's content, seeing other people's materials, thoughts on stuff, and I enjoy that. I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I do have an opinion. I do have thoughts. I have a few disagreements with some of you guys. There's some players in this draft that I think that a lot of people are really high on that I think are busts. Personally, just that's just and like I've been looking at some stuff and it just doesn't. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I'm looking at like little subtle details of things, even during like say if you watch a highlight, right? You watch a highlight of someone, that's someone's best fucking shit, right? That's someone's best quality of shit. In my personal opinion, if you got a highlight video and it's 3 minutes long, that's a problem. That's supposed to be your best shit. That shit should be 10 minutes long. That's all your best shit. If you like, I know. I'm being picky as fuck. Like I'm not a college football fucking fiend, right? So I don't watch college football. For those of you that don't know, I do not watch college football. I am not a fucking college football fan. I'm a Raider fan. I purely watch the Raiders. And yes, I am a fan of football in general. Like if an NFL game's on, I'll fuck with it. I'll watch it. If it's a division rival, I'll fucking watch that too. Like I like to see where my enemies are. How good they are, what they do, what to expect when we play them, all that kind of shit. So yeah, but college football, I don't know. It's something else. There's just so much. It's like it's overloaded information, man. It's like I can't process that much on that level, and it's crazy. It's because I can with football, I can with the NFL, I can with my Raiders in general, but with college, it's just, in my opinion, it's just too much. It's too much. And like I enjoy going back and watching highlights on players, watching actually game tape on players, doing my research on statistic wise, looking up stats and stuff like that. I enjoy that. That's kind of fun. However, watching it through a whole season, being a dedicated I can't fuck with it, man. I can't fuck with it. I don't know. I tried one year and it just honestly I found like my fucking head is gonna explode. Anyways, man, yeah, but I tell you what though, man, this quarterback position is kind of up in the air, man. I think the Raiders have already came out and said that if we do not see the players that we want to see around, say 4-3, we're not gonna trade up. We're just gonna trade down. We're probably gonna trade down. And I can respect that. Like if you're not gonna be able to get the player that you want, but you can get a player that a lot of people are a little bit low on, maybe. Why not? Why not pick up some extra picks? Why not pick up some, more opportunities to pick up another solid player? And right now, dude, there's so many fucking empty holes that we need to fill up, guys. One of the most entertaining things about this offseason, I gotta say, is the reaction of Raider fans with every single pick we get. Oh my god, it is fucking priceless, man. I could do, dude. I could literally do like a marathon of videos that I watch with people talking shit about every decision this regime has made in the past like 30 days, and I could do another marathon of people just backing it up. So there's like two ways to look at this, but really there's three. There's you fucking hate every decision they've made so far. There's you fucking love every decision they made so far, and there's I'm gonna wait and see, which is kind of my position right now. It's like I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna wait till the season comes up, then I will pass judgment. Okay, but the amount of people trashing all the freaking Patriot players we have picked up, the amount of people trashing this coaching staff, like though. I'm not gonna lie, they got some creative shit that they're saying, but it's kind of funny, man. And look, dude, as far as I'm concerned, man, you can say what the fuck you want. If you buy tickets to Raider games, if you watch the Raiders on Sunday, if you buy Raider gear, if you represent and support this fucking team, I don't give a shit what the fuck you say. You have every right to say it, because at the end of the day, you're still a Raider fan. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I've always looked at it, and nothing can change my mind on that. But I find it entertaining, man. And I'm not gonna lie, dude. I think the biggest one, the one that got me dying was when we got Hoyer. And you go on Twitter, that's the most toxic place on earth, by the way. If you go on Twitter, there's so many people trashing that pickup, dude. There's like, are you fucking kidding me? Dude, the guy's not gonna start for us, dude. We're, if anything, that just points to the fact that we're probably gonna pick up a quarterback. That if anything, that's all it points to. Is we got someone else that knows the system. We got someone current with the system, someone that's actually able to teach a young and up and coming quarterback. That's all you really brought him in for, if you really think about it. So I mean, yeah, I just find it hilarious, man. Yo, honestly, bro, all the content creators I'm subscribed to, yeah, man, you be all Anthony Estrada, you be always riding, man. You always riding with every content creator. Much love to you, man. You're a ride or die, man. I love the fact that you always show support, brother. Yeah, CJ Stroud will be gone. Wouldn't wouldn't mind moving up unless it's bona fide star. Yeah, totally agree. Wasted. Uh, and then, that at the end of the day, man, that's how it's gonna work. That's how it's gonna work. If it's there, we're good. If it's not, then whatever. Dirty Low. Hey, what up, man? How you doing? Yeah, glad to be back, brother. Jay's Raider. Hey, what up, man? Yeah, man. So the whole thing about the three quarterbacks that everybody's looking at, like, it's what is it? It's C.J. Stroud, it's Bryce Young, and then that third one you can kind of toss up. It's kind of a little bit of a toss up on that third one. A lot of people like Richardson, Anthony Richardson, and a lot of people like who's that other cat? Wow, I guess that's it. I forgot the motherfucker's name. And the thing is, people are putting this guy above Anthony Richardson. So I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna forget this motherfucker? Y'all remind me, please jog my motherfucking memory. Hooker. Nah, I know Hooker. Hooker is injured though, man. So I have a good Levis. Will Levis. Yes, Will Levis. Thank you. Levis. Man, how the fuck I forget Will? All right, Levis. Yeah. So those are the three toss-ups that that people are putting up, and it's a little bit of toss-up between those two. Honestly, in my opinion, guys, if you can't get those two top guys that are gonna go 1 and 2, that those guys are going 1 and 2. If they don't fall to number 3, don't even fucking risk it, because then it's a crapshoot. Then you don't know where you're gonna go with it. I guarantee you though, if Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud fall to number 3, we are trading up. There's no fucking way we don't trade up. It's all in the cards. You look at how many draft picks we got. You look how many draft picks we got in each round. We got 2 almost in every round except for the second. And what? Yeah, except for the second. You look at that. We got potential to trade up and not miss a beat. We still got opportunity to pick in certain areas. Hell, man, I wouldn't be surprised. We got the capital to actually trade up, guys. We do. And you got to keep in mind, guys, we could also trade some shit next year. You can trade like a 3rd round pick, a 4th round pick, and a 2nd round pick next year, and maybe and even go even further than that. 2 years from now, trade a 1st round pick or some shit like that. There's so many variables that you could actually add to this shit. And yeah, some people, I personally, in my opinion, if they're not there, you don't see the opportunity, trade down, pick up some more picks. I think of the draft as a fucking shotgun. The wider the spread, the more chances you're gonna hit something. All right, that's the way I look at it, man. I rather have a shotgun in this scenario, man. You got you coming in the draft with just one opportunity. You think, nah, man, nah. See, you look at how many people have been picked up in the 4th round and the 3rd round. Hell, we got fucking Max Crosby, the best defensive player on our goddamn team, in the 5th fucking round. You got to look at it as a widespread shot, man. You got to spread your chances, all right? And honestly, if I were the Raiders, man, I'd probably trade back. I'm actually leaning more towards trading back, because personally speaking, if we pick up a quarterback, I want to get someone that's maybe a little under the radar, maybe a hooker, if he falls down to the 2nd round. Even if he falls down to the late 1st round, maybe we could trade up back into the 1st round and pick him up. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to waste that first pick, in my opinion, unless it's worth it. Unless you got those top 2 guys, unless you got the 2 guys that are gonna go 1 and 2, that should go 1 and 2, that are everybody's fucking bored to go 1 and 2. I honestly don't think it's worth it. I think you should trade back. I think you should get more capital. I think you should actually, widen the spread, take a better shot, get better shots. The more chances you get, the more likely you're gonna hit. And everybody thinks, I think it was who was it? The Autumn Windbags. I don't know if y'all checked them out. Check them out. I fucking love the Autumn Windbags. Those motherfuckers, those dudes are entertaining as hell. So they said it best. I think one of them was talking about it. He said, like, basically you look at what Bill Belichick did, and yes, I know I'm comparing the Raiders to the Patriots, but let's face it, we got like 90% Patriots on our goddamn team right now, and there's 2 people from that franchise that are running our fuck office. So yes, I'm gonna do a fucking comparison. Just okay. Hear me out. That dude, they say he's good at draft picks. No, he's not. He just hoards picks. Gets a lot of picks. That's what they said, dude. And I was like, you know what? And the more I thought about it, they're fucking right. Like they're right. You look at what he does. That dude hoards picks. He gathers more picks, and the more chances you get, the better chance you have of hitting on those picks. So it's my opinion. I would trade back, man. I would trade back. I would get another shot. I would do that. And personally speaking, I'd waste that pick on defense. That's what I want, guys. And that's, believe me, that is a rarity for me. I am all about offense. You ask Night of the Shield. You ask all the older homies that know me from my older YouTube days, like the originals. They all know I was all about offense. I've always been all about offense. So for me to say this, you got to understand, it's a rarity, bro. I don't talk like this. I want defense. I want defense. I want the top end defender. I want someone. Personally speaking, I want a DT. I want the best DT in the fucking in the draft if I could. Of course, that dude just got in a car wreck or some shit like that, and now a bunch of people are having post-traumatic stress disorder from fucking the Henry Ruggs situation that happened. So that ain't something to joke about. That's serious. Like we personally, I don't know if the Raiders could actually they're probably not gonna take that. They're probably gonna not take that. So it's like that's just a touchy situation right there, So, but looking at other DTs, I'm looking at other people that could push in that middle right there, man. I'm like, it's not that much of a step down. Shoot, there's this one cat. I was just looking at his tape, man, and I'm like, I was thoroughly entertained, man. I forgot what his name is though. I'm really bad with this. That's the reason why I don't watch college football, man. Too many people don't remember. Truth is, the thing about the Raiders, man, if you look at all the times where we were successful, you look at the past, you look at the history of the Raiders, we always had a defense that can knock the quarterback on his ass. We pride ourselves on hitting the quarterback. And truth is, outside of Max Crosby, we really don't hit the quarterback that much. Shit. And honestly, man, I want someone to affect the quarterback. I want someone to actually break that pocket in the middle, because there are too many times I see that quarterback, any quarterback. I'm not just talking about the one that we face twice a year that whoops our ass every single fucking time. I'm talking about any quarterback. When Max Crosby's breaking it over here, and someone's actually making an effect over here, they just step in the middle, dude. Every time, and it's annoying. It's irritating. So yeah, I want to. Personally speaking, I just want a top DT. Can't do that. My personal opinion: you get the best cornerback available. You trade back at the best cornerback available, because at the end of the day, man, you could have an average DT, you could have an average, pass rush on the left side, or on the right side, whichever Max Crosby isn't playing. You could have someone else on the other side, and they will be effective if you have someone that could shut down the fucking wide receiver for more than 5 seconds. That's all Max needs, really, man. You give Max Crosby 5 to 6 seconds, he's gonna hit that quarterback. He's gonna affect that pocket. So the way I look at it, man, I don't really think we need. I don't really think we need like the best pass rush in the game. Maybe what we need is someone to give our pass rush just a little more time. So either or, they work hand in hand, work a little bit together. But personally speaking, I think the easy route is get a top end DT. Probably what I would shoot for. I'm looking at defense, guys. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I have not looked at offense except for tight end. That's the only other person that I have looked at. Tight end. That's it. Tight ends, they're deep. I mean deep. I swear to God, like I watched 2 videos on 2 different tight ends. It looked like I was watching the same fucking video. Highlights, fucking, and I'm like, God damn. Like I swear, it looked like they were doing the same plane, having the same, production, and it's So they're pretty fucking deep. I think that's the reason we moved on from Mr. Don't Know How to Rap. Uh, that's the reason we moved on from Mr. Ditch a fucking game for a fucking girls basketball game. Um, you know, Darren Waller, man, much respect for what he did for this franchise, man. And I did not do a video on Darren Waller leaving other than my reaction to it. I'm not gonna lie, I was in shock because I didn't think it was gonna happen. The reason I didn't think it was gonna happen was simple. Why didn't we do it earlier? I thought for sure if we were gonna trade Darren Waller, we would have done it at the end of the season, like not or the beginning of the free agency at least, or before the end of last season, before the end of the trade deadline. I thought in my mind, if we really wanted to trade him, we should probably trade him while the fire's hot. Like that was just my thought. So when I thought, okay, he's obviously had a shitty season. We already renewed a fucking contract with him. I had no fucking clue that they were actually planning on doing that. So obviously, there's some shit that went down behind the scenes, man. There was some shit. I heard so many fucking rumors. There was a lot of he said, she said bullshit, but honestly, man, it was fucking entertaining because the amount of bullshit that went down because of the wedding. He had his wedding on the same day as Max Crosby. Man, that's some TMZ shit. Like that's some fucking drama. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I did not understand what that was all about, but I was like, what the, and then you come to find out that, McDaniels leaked that dude's wedding and all that shit went down. And I'm like, like I just thought like there was a lot of pettiness going on. A lot of pettiness. So at the end of the day, man, I wasn't really surprised that we got rid of him. I was surprised at that moment. Like I was surprised in the moment. So when I had right when it happened, I recorded it. I was like, holy shit. I couldn't believe it. Third round pick from them, man. I'm gonna be real with you guys. That was actually good. That was good. A lot of people think we should have got more. Nah, I think we got the right amount. I think third round pick. I think we actually lucked out getting a third round pick for that fool. Because if you really look at his production, that dude keeps getting injured, and he has not been 100% productive. Like, and dude, I gotta say, a third round pick, that's a solid deal, guys. And you look at the amount of picks we have in the third round and the fourth round, fifth round. That I'm okay with it, man. If you could pick up someone solid, someone dependable, someone that could actually actually make an impact. Doesn't have to be on that particular position, but with the amount of depth you see at the tight end position this year, the amount of depth you see in that, in this draft, like I'm telling you guys, I've seen so much. Third round pick, you could probably pick up someone totally replace, like totally effective and maybe more durable. I mean, you got to look at that, guys. I mean, maybe they already have an eyeball on someone that might be around there in the third round that it's durable. Someone that will, actually be effective and be able to actually last the full 17, 18 games, or be able to last into the, playoffs or some shit if we're actually aiming for that. Look, guys, I'm honestly, in all honesty, man, I don't think we're going to have as bad a season this year as we did last year, but I'm not really optimistic either, which is actually a good thing because I'm starting to notice that a lot of fans aren't optimistic about this year, but that could be a good thing, guys, because we want them to prove themselves. We want this franchise to prove themselves, and you can't just hand them a trophy for an off-season acquisition. You can't just hand them your love, your not love, you hand them your love, but you can't just hand them a winning record, or your above all fate that they're gonna have a winning season, have a playoff appearance, have a playoff win. You can't just hand that to them just because of a couple of offseason moves. And if anything I learned about last year, that's one thing I learned. And I matter of fact, actually, I'm a slow fucking learner because that's been going on for a while now. We always make big moves in the offseason. We always make a big acquisition. We always try and get one player to turn this whole thing around. At the end of the day, guys, it'll take way more than one player. So the way I'm looking at it, man, I'm going into it optimistic, but not really but not overly optimistic. I'm gonna stay on the positive side. I'm gonna hope for the best. But hey, hopefully, hopefully they give me a reason to be happy. Hopefully they give me a reason to be satisfied about what this regime can do. I'm honestly frustrated as fuck with what happened last year, man. There were so many expectations, and that's the thing. That's the word that I was actually looking for earlier. Expectations. You just can't go in with such high expectations just because of a off-season movie. At the end of the day, man, you could get all the ingredients, but if you're if people don't know how to cook, what's the point? Like you get all their ingredients for spaghetti, but if you forgot to add the sauce, you ain't got spaghetti, you got noodles. That's like, and nothing wrong with noodles. It just ain't what you asked for, ain't what you expected, ain't what you wanted, So it's like, you get what I mean? I'm over here talking about food. Sorry, guys. It's lunchtime and I did not eat, so it is what it is. All right, much love to all y'all. Damn, man, this shit blew up. All right, here we go. We need a DTDB linebacker. Yes, we do. Linebacker. Yo, the numbers. What's up, bro? Nice to hear from you, brother. Linebackers, honestly, we have not had a fucking elite linebacker in a long time. A lot of people say Perryman was elite. In my opinion, he was elite in areas. He wasn't a full elite linebacker. Like, he elite when it came to stopping the run. Elite when it came to tackling. Was not even fucking close to being elite when it came to covering people that he needed to cover. Not even fucking close. So yeah, man, and I get that. Sometimes you could actually work with that, but hey, I want someone that could do it all. In my opinion, I want to be greedy when it comes to that linebacker position. Someone that could do it all. Let me see who else we got. Respect to the dude. What up, yo? Freddy Kush, how you doing, man? Let's see. Damn. Rated Gay 420, how you doing, man? This draft is essential to our future. Ziegler and Champ Kelly should be feeling the pressure because they have to turn this franchise around. Yes, it is crucial. Don't get me wrong, because at the end of the day, man, you're not going to get that many chances. And with the amount of times, we've picked and swung and missed at the, first round. I mean, it ain't pretty, man. It ain't pretty. So this regime has a lot to prove. First and foremost, they got to prove that they're not like the old regime, that they're actually going to hit on their first round picks. I think that's the biggest issue we've had, guys. So many first round picks we missed. There's players that we're still paying that are not on this fucking roster anymore. Frustrating. Just fucking frustrating. Let's see. Marcus Peters wouldn't fit the scheme. Peters is zone corner. Grimes needs press man corner. Honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't mind having Marcus Peters just because I know something about him. He likes to play ball hawk. I honestly love the playmaking ability by Marcus Peters. He's always going after the ball, and if anything, it kind of gives a swagger to your defense when you got someone that actually knows how to do that and that is effective with it. But you're right, he doesn't fit the scheme. More than likely, we're probably not going to pick him up. But if we were to pick him up, that's something you would want in your locker room because of his experience, because of his ability, playmaking ability, for the younger guys to actually gain a little of that swagger. So sometimes you actually pick up players like that, not because they fit the scheme, but because they have experience and they have that mentality that you want in other players. Even if they don't work all the way through, that's why you do 1-year contracts, man. That's why you do like shit like that, because if it works, good. If it don't, not that big of a deal, because hey, you took a shot. If he's willing to sign a 1 year contract, that's one thing. But so I don't know what the whole situation with him is, but I like Marcus Peters, man. I think he would be a solid pickup even if he doesn't fit the scheme, simply because we know he has playmaking ability. But totally agree though. He plays better. He plays better in zone, you know. So I get what you're saying, man. Raider Al, how you doing, man? Good to see you back. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I I just how do you say? When it comes to this off season, man, I try to think of things to do. I used to do videos, reaction videos for like players, because like I said, I don't watch the draft. I watch the draft. I don't watch college football. So I used to do reaction videos to all the players coming into the draft, and that was my thing for the offseason. I would do that. Problem is, I got flagged a shitload. I'm talking a shitload. Like oh man, dude, it was like that Buccaneers game, dude. Flags everywhere. So many flags. So I ended up just, stop. I ended up having to put a stop to it. But that's something that I enjoyed doing for a while. I might just start a new channel, start doing it over there or some shit. But yeah, it's actually fun to be back and chat with y'all and hear y'all opinion on stuff, and it's good, man. It's good. Let me see. Defensive draft and heavy D. What up, Brady Gay 420? How you doing, man? Robert Pena. Right here, bro. Kickstart. Defensive draft and heavy D. Draft need to be pick up some gems on D, because next year we have a full salary cap, around 100 mil. Damn. Yeah, man, but with that, the way I look at it, man, is we've tried that, guys. And the more I think about it, the more I look at the common denominator when it comes to our defense not being able to actually be solidified and be a solid defense. We always try and build that shit through free agency, man. And it doesn't look like we're doing that this year. It looks like we're actually going to take a shot at building it through the draft. You look at all the players we picked up. I wouldn't call any of the players stars per se. Maybe they might prove me wrong. I hope they prove me wrong. But I would call them solid. I would call them, depth. I would call every defensive player that we picked up this offseason someone that, could come in and, we won't miss a beat. It's one of those things where it's a good foundation to have depth. It's a good situation to have, to know that, you have a solid expectation of everybody got. It ain't all the way up here, but it ain't down there either. It's like right here, it's solid. It's solid, and that's all you can really ask for from someone that you're not expecting to be there long term, and it's something you would do if you plan on building something through the draft. So I'm actually okay with that, and I'm glad that we're going to take that opportunity to actually do it that way. From my perspective, that's what we're going to do, and I'm cool. I really thinking of yeah, man. Let's see what we got. Yeah, but oh yeah, and you're right though, man. Ready to get. We do need playmakers though, man. If anything, I think that's the one thing that we're missing out on, is getting the ball back. You look at last season. There's just so many times that if we got the ball back, man, we probably would have won some games, man. There's that closing mentality that we need on this shit. Yeah, Max came through on the clutch on a couple games for us, man, but he can't do it all the time. And at the end of the day, you need other people to step up and close out games. Simple as that. You need people to actually say, yo, throw the team on my back. I'm about to end this. That's what I want, all right? And you want them alphas in that fucking locker room, on that defensive side. And hopefully we could find a few in the draft this year, man. You never know when they're gonna show up, man. You never know when they're gonna come around, because sometimes when you pick that like fourth round guy, sometimes when you pick that fifth round guy, they may have gotten overlooked. And maybe that's exactly what they fucking needed. Maybe that's exactly the push they needed to actually step up to that next level, to actually have that mentality of a chip on their shoulder. That's what I want. Someone that has something to prove. I'm okay with going, first round offense, getting a quarterback if that's the route they want to take. Okay. But I fucking swear they better go all out on defense for the rest of the draft. Because that's something I want. I want us to take a swing at building this defense through the draft. Young talent, if you have to go potential, go potential. But I want someone that, you know, that really got that hunger, that's hungry to change this shit around, to turn this shit around. Someone that's willing to take that step into alpha territory, Ready to get agreeing. I'm just saying that's all the way you build a winner through the draft. Yeah. Yeah, I have $100 million at your disposal next year. You get your missing pieces, and that's the thing. Yeah, man, like $100 million. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, but at the same time, if you're actually able to get talent from last year to step up this year, and they prove to be moving towards that elite level or something like that, if you could actually have someone that you need to sign, that's what you use that $100 million for. Homegrown talent. That's what I want to see more of. You get a team together, and sometimes free agency just tears it apart, And what the way you actually get a team to stick together, stay together, and get long-term consistency and continuity is by building through the draft, and then re-signing those players with that extra money that you get. You know what I mean? But I agree, man. If you actually have an opportunity to get that one piece that you need, that one piece that that will make the difference, it's good to have $100 million to do that shit. I gotta lie. I think what really is holding this team back is Mark Davis. He needs to sell the Raiders and focus on WNBA. Black Raider WP. Yeah, man. I remember, bro, you were always on Mark Davis's ass, bro. You're always on Mark Davis's ass. It's your right as a Raider fan to think that way, brother. I don't think that way personally. I think he's actually doing what you should do as an owner, which is stay the fuck out of it. He's hiring people to do the job, and if they fuck up, then he fires them and hires somebody else. That's all I can ask for from an owner, man. An owner that butts in way too fucking much ain't an owner I really like. They kind of get annoying. They think that they are the franchise, and it's don't get me wrong. Much love to the late Al Davis. He was the franchise, right? He was a Raider. He was what represented a Raider. He's what the swagger we got from the Raiders. He's what you think of Raiders or Mount Rushmore. Al Davis is on there for sure. That's just plain simple. But there's a time of age that things just got to change, and we've already been stuck in our ways for too long to think that way. And Mark Davis is thinking new age. He's thinking the way that most franchises are run now. You gotta get the right people in place and let them work. And if they're not the right people, then you replace them with the people that you believe are the right people, or that are showing promise to turn things around and improve your franchise. I don't have a problem with what Mark Davis is doing, to be honest with you. WNBA though thing, yeah, dude, he really loves his basketball team, man. I tell you what, there's some crazy shit I heard about that. He was paying people under the table and shit. Hey, if you got him a championship, much more love to him, man. Who knows? Hopefully, he could bring some of that shit over here. I was playing. Why isn't there any good linebackers anymore? Jay's in Reddit. Truth is, man, I don't know. We miss on linebacker a lot, and there's players that are good, but they are not even close to elite. Like you look at all the players that we've drafted at linebacker, decent. That's what you think. Decent. They're not. They're good. And it's not even like they're good enough. They're just decent. they're decent. It's a lot of the position we get right there. It's more of a depth position, you know, and maybe it's time to just think outside the box a little, you know. You never know when you hit that right pick when it comes to certain positions, and that's one that we've missed for a long time. But it doesn't hurt to take a swing at it, man. I wouldn't mind if we actually pick up a linebacker that you know is high up there on the boards. Uh, I'm okay with that because that's a position that of need also, and you need someone in that position that's gonna you know be an alpha, be a dog, be someone that's gonna you know turn to the guy next to him and be like, this is what we're gonna do, and you better do it right. You know, like I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. Uh, Jerry Jones butts in a lot, but they drive very well and make the playoffs like every other year. Black Raider WP, yeah. Jerry Jones butts in a lot, yeah, but you could say that again. He's an anonymous. Yeah, I can never say that fucking word. Anonymity. Anonymity. I'm not even gonna say it. He's a rarity. How about that? I can never say a fucking word. I swear. Yeah. He's a rarity though, man. He is basically another Al Davis, guys. Like that's basically the way Jerry Jones runs his franchise is exactly how Al Davis used to run the franchise. And that may. I'm not saying it doesn't work doesn't work at all. Some people it works for, but you look at all those years it wasn't working. You gotta take that into account too. There was a good fucking dry out there. You know, I'm talking about like where you had an average franchise, just an average franchise, and the reason being is because the person that's picking it is used to picking. You know, the person picking the players, he's good at finding talent, finding good players, but he's still not the guy that's making the mill. I mean, you look at when he actually won. Look at the guy that actually was behind all those draft picks that he traded for, man. You look behind the coach. Was Jimmy Johnson? Was it? I can't even fucking remember, man. The coach is the reason why that franchise got turned around. He was the one that actually picking out players that he wanted, that he knew would work, and that's how. I mean, they went on a run to start winning championships and shit like that. I mean, and yo, you could, like I said, you could have a owner do that kind of shit, but likelihood is there's a ceiling to that stuff. And right now, I mean, let's face it, the Cowboys, they're good, and maybe they could be elite, but they haven't won a championship. Kind of average. Like, and they're better than us. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and tell you that they're not because they had a winning season last year and we didn't. Yo, proof is in the pudding. I'm not gonna even fucking try. I can't even say anything on that one. But as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to championship wise, they're in the same boat as us, man. It's like they haven't won a championship either. And how long? Like, dude, it's one of those situations where you it's good to have a coach and GM that are on the same page, that are working together like that. It's something we haven't really, in my opinion, we haven't really tried. Even with Del Rio and Reggie McKenzie, you seen progress there, but at the same time, there were a little bit of a disconnect, and then everything kind of fell apart. And same shit, It's so. As much as I, can bash Josh McDaniels on his play calling last year, as much as I could talk shit about some of the decisions he made and the consistency, and a lot of stupid decisions, a lot of stupid decisions. Don't get me wrong. I'm open for him to improve this year, knowing that you have Ziegler and him together, a low consistency, maybe things can improve. Because now that they actually are able to pick out their own players, now that they're able to actually look at different situations that went wrong last year and put their spin on it and make it so that won't happen. Now that they got their own quarterback, they're going to be able to get their own draft. They're going to actually go through a full draft and be able to make their own decisions to improve this team. As far as I'm concerned, no more excuses. I could actually look at it this year where and think of it as a clean slate. Okay, no excuses now. You did your thing. You got rid of our quarterback. Understandable, had to happen. No grudges held. Okay, my phone took a shit. Anyways, look, I'm just gonna finish up what I was saying, and then I'm gonna end this because I actually gotta go anyways. Look, as far as I'm concerned, this regime has one more year with me before I jump on that train of I'm gonna trash the shit out of this coaching staff. Like, I'm just gonna give it one more fucking year, right? Because at the end of the day, guys, now that they made their moves, they've made their positions, that they want to improve on, or kind of improve on, or whatever. Now that they've done all that shit, and now they're gonna have a full draft at their at their hand, like a draft at their disposal. I think that if we don't see improvement, then we could start doing exactly what everybody, well, a lot of Raider fans are jumping the gun on. And I have no hate towards any Raider fan that's trashing Josh McDaniels, man. Y'all want to trash him, go ahead and trash him. I get it, y'all. Like, I understand. Trust me, I understand. During the season, I understood, but I'm going to actually go into this with okay, now you got what you want. You put places and you want. This is not has nothing to do with the old regime. You aren't reusing pieces. You got your own pieces now. Make it work. So, all right, man. That's gonna do it, guys. Hey, much love to everybody that joined me in this chat. Appreciate it, man. And sorry about that little blank shit that just went on right now, man. I should kill that. This fucking the service here is shit. Beautiful day though, man. Hope y'all had a great Easter. Hope y'all much have fun out there, man. I'll be putting out a couple videos maybe, doing my research and shit. But I'll catch on another day, right? Much love, Red Nation. Peace.